What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Tilo's Garage. Today I'm going to be installing a front deck on my 15.4 Gheenoe Highsider. To start off making this front deck, I'm using this template, well, piece of starboard that the previous owner gave me because he was making his own front deck. So I do have the advantage of using this. But to make your own, you could always template it with cardboard and cut out your hatch and everything. But how this is going to go is this slides up right in here, and I do want to form fit it to the top like this. I don't want it hanging down level or anything. I feel like it would be a smoother transition going up. How I'm going to mount it is I have these aluminum bars right here, which this one's stuck. And first things first, I'm just going to shove it up there and just screw it into those aluminum bars. But on top of that, I've got this guy that I'm going to fiberglass into the floor and probably use like 5200 to mount it as well, to make a brace or a bracket that comes up to give it support, and obviously screw it into this guy. But I am no professional at fiberglass, and I know I'm going to do some things wrong, so don't judge me for it. This is my Gheenoe, so if I mess it up, then I mess it up. But it's not really going to be there for standing on. Yeah, I'm going to stand right here on the deck, but I'm not going to be all up on the hatch trying to fish and everything because I don't want to break it, and I don't think it'll fit my 220-pound self. But right now, I have to go to the store and get some materials, so without further ado, let's go. So I got everything I needed from the store to mount this support bar in, like fiberglass, resin, paintbrushes, mixing trays, and I went ahead and put it in and time-lapsed everything, so let's cue the time-lapse. This is what I got so far. I just went ahead and put a first layer of fiberglass and resin, kind of going over and mounting this support bar to the Gheenoe. I put a little bit of starboard right there and screwed it in and glued it with 5200 so it can not slide or go around. But like I said, I'm not a professional at fiberglassing, so don't do what I do. Don't judge me too hard. But like I said, this is just the first layer, so I'm going to be adding more to it. So let's go ahead and slide our deck up in here. Yep. Well, we're going to let that hang. But you can kind of see that we're going to mount some aluminum bars from this to up here just to be able to support it up some. But right now, I want to get rid of this lip right here. so I can actually keep it flush. So I'm going to take this out and mark a line and make it flush. Alright, just got done cutting it. We're going to test fit it and see if it is flush. So we got our straight line here, and I mean it's flush enough for me. So now what we're going to work on is I'm going to drill some holes here and down here on the deck so we can get this part mounted up so it'll be easier to work on and kind of, you know, see what the vision is as I'm working on it and getting it 100%. So of course I didn't get long enough bolts for that, so it doesn't go all the way through, but it is good for it's sitting there for mock-up purposes. If we go ahead and take our hatch and hope it doesn't fall, look at there. We now have a front deck with a dry storage hatch up front. Alright, this is Gheenoe, and she so badly wanted to be in the video, she kept trying to inch herself closer and closer to the camera. So this is Gheenoe. She's a German Shepherd, and she's a really good girl. Anyways, we just got back from the store, and I got longer bolts for this just so I can actually screw it in and make it tight. But that still doesn't take the flex out of this, hence to why I fiberglassed that bar in. To complete this support bracket, I'm just going to do an undermount bar, just like this one, and then have two support bars coming down to it, so it'll take the flex out. And then after that, I will secure this to the actual deck itself. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so I got this mounted up. I cut these brackets to length here. All I have left to do is drill 2 more holes in the bottom and put 2 more bolts in. But I'm not going to do that yet because I need to put more fiberglass and epoxy down just to make that one bracket at the bottom stronger. And it is strong. I went ahead and, you know, yanked on it a bunch, and it's in there. I don't think it's going to go anywhere, but just for safety purposes, I want to get it fully, you know, structural. And so then we're going to go ahead and come here and mount our hatch. As you can see, the hatch fits perfectly. And I'm going to screw all these in and seal it with probably just silicone. I don't need 5200. And our screws that I mounted this bracket on are covered up by the hatch, so we won't see those guys. Put this guy back on. Boom. There it is. So let's get everything buttoned up. So, rookie mistake, my phone did die in the time lapse, but here's me explaining everything I did to it. Alright guys, as you can see, it is the next day. Got a little late last night, so I came in here after work and finished up the deck. Went ahead and screwed it in, but I'm going to use different screws and countersink them just because they're not flush, but I will be C-decking all of this so you won't see the screws anyway. Got the hatch mounted in. It is fully functional. Screwed in, just not sealed because of the C-deck. Here's my fiberglass work. It is ugly, but it is functional. Before I put the support bars in, I went ahead and yanked on this, and it's not going anywhere. As I said before, came up here and bolted that in. But I bet you I could probably stand on this and it fully support my body weight. But I'm going to be sea decking everything. I'm going to be sealing all the cracks in here. But this will conclude my second video on how to build a deck for a Gheenoe 15.4 Highsider. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.